Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for all your support on the first video, for all the views, the subscribers, and the comments. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Today we're going to be going back over FrostPunk. We left over on day 3 last time, and if you remember, we were dealing with the first frost. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to make sure I'm putting people into the hunter's hut, the way they're gathering food tonight. I'm going to make sure the cookhouse is fully staffed for whenever we get some food in, and you remember last time we had our convoy going to find the lost expedition. If you guys remember from the last video, you can see that down at the far left corner, you can see that rescue the survivors of the lost expedition is the next objective for this first part of the game. And if you look up there at the top, you can see that day 4 is approaching. Day 4 is whenever the weather drops, their temperature drops from 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. So you have to make sure that your people are ready for it. You have to make sure that the tents are set up, that you've got food coming in, that you have a medical bay. Without that, you're going to be seeing a lot of sick people, discontent rising while hope falls down. And you don't want that to happen because it'll just create more chaos for you later on. But as you can see, the convoy is back, or they went to the Lost Expedition. You're going to just click Explore here. You see that it's a happy reunion. I usually just escort the survivors to the city, simply because of the fact that you don't want anything happening to them. So I'm going to go ahead and have them bring the Lost Convoy back to the city. And I'm going to go ahead and pull these workers off because there's no way to heat that. And instead, I'm going to build a gathering post. And what the gathering post is used for is you just put it around a group of resources that you'd like to use. And the great thing about this is it gathers from 2 to 3 resources rather than 1, so that you don't have a bunch of sick people out in the workplace getting sick and your medical base filling up, having to build more because that just takes up more room and costs more coal, more wood, resources, and all that good stuff. But as you can see, we got 4 people that are sick right now, but no gravely ill. Discontent rose a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and speed things up back to normal, and you can see that the temperature is dropping. Everyone's starting to get cold. Make sure you build a road to anything outside of the city, and you can see these little green overlays here. Anyways, I'll build that whenever they finish the gathering post. But once you get done with that, day 4 is really important because, like I said, it's the first frost. You're going to deal with all sorts of stuff. But I ran you guys through the first 3 days on how to be prepared for it, because day 4 through 5 and 6 is rough. I mean, your hunters' huts, they don't pick up as much food. You're not gathering as much resources because the workplaces are too cold, and it can be really bad for your economy and your people if you're not doing it right. But I'm going to go ahead and speed it up here, just so that we get that lost convoy back. Hopefully they bring back some resources with them. It's cool if they don't. Be even better if they did. Usually they don't. And you can see here that scouts number 1 have returned safely to the city. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out to the Frostland, which you'll want to send them back out because they can find a lot of resources for you. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Let's see. Sturdy Shelter, Gloomy Cave. I'll send them to the crash site first. It's going to take them 15 hours to arrive there, and it'll be 15 hours back. So I'm going to go ahead and put workers on here and turn the heater on for this building. Search for others. Yeah. Okay. And as you can see, we have 36 homeless right now. It is cold. However, you got to have more resources in order to build houses for them. And it's really hard to prep to have the resources because you have to build all this stuff starting out. However, I have workers gathering supplies right now. Actually, the day's over, but they'll be gathering supplies tomorrow to build more houses. As you can see down here, people are starting to get hungry. However, it's not too big of a problem. The hunters are going to start picking up more food. And whenever you get the chance, you want to build a second hunter's hut, simply because of the fact of You'll deal with you got a lot more people to feed, and you don't want your people going hungry because that can lead to them being sick, gravely ill, your discontent going up, hope falling down. Uh, and our scouts found a lot of resources, so I'm going to go ahead and send them back to the city. As you can see, they found wood, and I think they found some raw food, which is going to really help us out here. But I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Let's see here. And here's when you run into another passing of a law in the Book of Laws. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Feed more with less. Now you can see here you get two different options. You've got the soup and you've got the food additives. With the food additives, you put sawdust into the mills to make them more filling. It's not exactly tasty or healthy. It can cause a lot of people to get sick, and you don't want that. With soup, it's going to take a lot more raw food to feed your people. It's going to take a lot less food to feed your people. However, it'll make discontent rise, and it may make a few people sick, but it's not going to make as many people sick as food additives. But for now, I'm not going to pass either one of those, because like I said, you want to save law passing until you absolutely have to. And right now, everything's going fine. I'm just waiting for that scouting party to bring me all the wood and raw food so that none of the people are starving. And so that we can go ahead and build tents for the new people of our colony. Okay, they're back with that, so let's go ahead and build these tents. Let's see, we have 36, so we're going to want to build... Let's go ahead and build 4. That way, there's plenty of room if anyone else shows up. And this game's really great about having people just kind of come up from nowhere. Like, you'll get random parties of people, and whenever those happen, the people generally get... You'll see your discontent rise, because usually people from, like, lost colonies or colonies that failed will just make your people unhappy. Oh, we gotta build a road there. There we go. But as you can see now, everything's starting to work itself out. No one's homeless anymore. What? The road should be connected here. Let's see. There we go. But as you can see now, there's no homeless people. We do have quite a few people sick, and that's making the discontent rise. So I'm going to go ahead and build another medical post, which you'll need another one in the future whenever you hit the second big frost. However, it's not too big of a problem. You'd rather have... It's a good idea to generally have 2 to 3 medical bays whenever you need them. And the next resource you want to research on the technology tree is the Steam Hub. The Steam Hub is an absolutely great tool to use whenever you haven't upgraded the generator yet, because it takes a whole lot to upgrade the generator. Like, down here, I haven't unlocked the drawing boards yet. I'll go ahead and research that whenever I have enough wood to. I'm going to go ahead and skip through the rest of this, skip to the night. While I'm thinking of it, I'm going to go ahead and put another gathering post over here against the coal. Go ahead and build a road to it. Let's see here. Run it right there. There we go. So the engineers will be working on that. And hopefully, let's see here. Yeah, we're approaching whenever the first freeze ends. So as you can see, the amount of sick people is going to go down, and the discontent's going to fall. Hope will rise again. Let's go ahead and skip forward to when it starts warming up. And as you can see here, they do this really cool animation where you'll see steam. Oh, what a relief it is. But now the medical bay is treating all the sick people, and as you can see, discontent's lowering, hope's rising. And here's when the game starts getting really serious because of this fact. It's gonna be harder and harder to get coal and resources if you don't start researching the bigger buildings, such as resources like the coal thumper, which I'm going to research next, and then fast gathering, and then the sawmill. Or actually, coal thumper, sawmill, and then faster gathering. You don't really have to worry about steel until after you get automatons, which are these machines that you'll find later down the line that pretty much what they do is they'll operate a building that's really cold, but on occasion they will break down and you'll need steel and stuff to fix them. However, we're not going to worry about researching or picking up steel or anything along those lines. We're just going to worry about getting the sick people healed and gathering food. I'm going to go ahead and build another hunter's hut because, as you can see, we're starting to run a little bit low on food. I'll go ahead and build that right there. And as you can see, discontent is lowering. Hope is at about halfway. The sick are being treated, and we're currently researching stuff. We're doing a little bit low on coal. However, we have a gathering post there now, so they're going to start gathering coal. And the other gathering post is gathering such as wood and steel. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there for today. And if you're looking for another video Friday, I'm gonna run you guys through day 7, 8, and maybe 9 of FrostPunk. I don't know. We'll see. We'll be getting ready for day 10 whenever the next big freeze happens. Again, thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for taking the time to comment. If you guys have any recommendations on RTS games that you guys would like to see me play, please feel free to put them in the comments. I absolutely love finding more RTS games. Anyways, thank you guys so much. See you next time.